But then again, like, what do I know? I'm just a nerd who happens to like that shit. Because it's funny as hell. I forget exactly what they were fighting at the time. I think it was it the Turks? It might have been the Turks.
Everyone was fighting the Turks at the time.
True. All right. I might have started the stream by accident.
How do you?
Penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina.
Oh, okay. Well, that's on record now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm proud of you, Knox. You actually know what that is.
Uh,
You're evil. You're a child.
Which of us?
Don't worry. I think I've fixed the scuff.
just
In what regard?
Well, it's working. That's something, right? Oh, the real question. Hang on. How do I do this? Does this work? I'll even type it in. Does this work? Then will it show?
Okay, well I can hear you.
Oh yeah. It does work. First try. Let's go, baby. I'm the king of making scuff work.
So I'm rather louder than you on the stream.
Yeah. That's just because I'm silent. But you watch this. I have a secret power. It's called gain filter.
yeah, you have 100% butchered your audio.
Yep.
Balancing.
Don't worry. I'll lower you guys. I'll just become more powerful than you. It's fine.
The fuck, just raise yourself.
No. I'm already maxed
Yeah.
out.
They have to be able to hear us, all
I'm
of
maxed
us.
out, man. Don't worry.
How are you maxed out and so quiet?
Huh?
Small debuff.
Hang on, I'm listening.
Small debuff.
Hang on, I'm listening. Why are you guys?
You see what I mean?
Actually, yeah. Why are you guys so loud compared to me? All right, no plan. I'm putting you guys down to -10, and then I'm upping my gain to 420 because it's really funny.
I'm sorry, what?
Huh? All right, I'll up you guys. How about -8.2 decibels? How's that? Nice little even number.
I'm sure that won't end poorly at all.
It'll be fine. Surely. Actually, yeah. Why the? Ooh, I understand why. I think I messed up my audio. Yep.
Yeah, I'm literally telling you that you fucked it up.
No. We're okay. Watch this. I think I figured it out.
I can fix her.
I can fix this. I can fix this. Okay. How about now? So I might have made a mistake with the compressor.
Better.
Yeah. Of course it's better because I'm a genius. So basically, what I had done was I accidentally set the compressor so it compresses the output downwards. Big mistake, by the way.
I can imagine.
But I think it should be fine now, right?
It's
Hang
better
on.
than before. That's an achievement.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm a genius. Let's go. I'm a genius. I figured it out all by myself. Dude, why are you like this? So back to the topic of the Holy Roman Empire.
Oh my god.
Nah, I'm kidding. We're not doing that.
Okay, so at
Yeah?
what point do you have like build-based gameplay and make it so that it's not asked to make a build?
Specify.
Hang on, what was the question again?
So, like we were talking about before stream, it's like, how hard is it to put together your ideal build in Warframe, Destiny, or Division 2?
Destiny, not at all, because literally the game makes it for myself. Warframe, slightly, because it depends on the Warframe's capabilities, and usually I do have to look in different websites, pre-made builds, and what people does to see what are the strengths and the weaknesses of each Warframe per se, or rather each quote-unquote ability set.
Hmm.
And then Division 2, pretty much the same as Warframe. It depends on what I want to use, that then I need to look into more specifics of it to fully understand it, and then build more into it. Compared to Destiny, which is just grab a podsy, then grab another podsy, put them together, and then throw them out of the window.
Fair.
What he said,
What
yeah.
about you?
Well, it's one of those things where you have to, as a developer, you have to balance gameplay versus like the fun versus the actual player engagement time.
Dude, don't you like spreadsheets though?
Yes, actually.
No, I don't play Eve. And then again, Eve caters to a very specific form of autist.
Yeah.
It's a based game, exceedingly.
Have you seen the Down the Rabbit Hole video for that one?
I have. It's not a rabbit hole. It's a goddamn iceberg.
I feel like it's more the entire continent of Antarctica at that point.
It might be.
Nox, have you seen that?
No, but I have a broad understanding of the game.
It covers a lot of the in-game events that happened, including various corporate wars.
Yeah.
It goes about how you would expect.
Extremely bad. Yay.
Dude,
Oh,
it's literally just a recreation of the future.
Well, it's extra funny because Frederick Knudsen does it in such a deadpan tone most of the time. So he'll say things like the Goon Swarm and the Clusterfuck Coalition. Yeah, to be fair, it made it really funny whenever reporters would find out about the weird stuff going on, and even it's like, oh, we can talk about that. They're called the what?
They're
It's so
engaged
glorious.
in a xenophobic racial fight. Huh.
I mean, fucking Goon Swarm had to rebrand the Imperium because they realized, hey, the Clusterfuck Coalition probably is a little cringe.
They should have kept it, in my humble opinion. I think it's hilarious.
They're still the Goon Swarm, but the overall like alliance is called the Imperium now. Honestly, it did fit given what they did next, which was they tried to make their neighbors pay taxes.
They did?
Yeah.
That was gonna go well.
That combined with one of their member corporations deciding, hey, we're gonna try and pull a fast one on the casinos. That combined started like one of the largest wars in the game. The casinos basically put out. Are you familiar with the term like letters of marque?
Yeah.
Basically, it was a, hey, if you bring us proof that you have destroyed or, otherwise, mainly just destroyed stuff belonging to, I think it was something, the Monkey Alliance or whatever, or whoever their allies are, we will pay you. And with them being part of the Imperium, there was a lot of stuff to destroy.
Damn.
And with the Imperium having pissed everyone off with their latest tax scheme, yeah, a lot of people ended up making a lot of money from that.
I am not surprised in the least. God, they really are just like, what is it? Life imitates art?
Yeah, art
Art
imitates life and vice versa.
The code per se starts imitates life, or rather mimics life.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then life.
Sorry, I'm just
Life,
a little bit distracted.
Are you still playing Destiny?
No. I received an email, and attached is the talk that one of the speakers at the conference I was at
Alright.
did. He was claiming to improve on Aquinas, the damaging failure of new natural law theory of Professors Grisey, Finnis, Boyle, and George.
Huh.
See how many
Yeah,
pages
I'm
it
sure
is.
it's interesting.
Yeah, it's a 16-page talk. Oh my god, he's a goddamn professional. Everything is cited.
That's always nice. But yeah, with Eve, it's a special form of crazy. I don't really use it to compare to any other games. Because really, what does compare? Not even Star Citizen.
No. Star Citizen will never achieve that level of brain rot. Even though I think that's what they want, ideally.
It depends on who they are. The developers just want to make a immersive sim. The people who got kicked out of Eve, for the most part, just want a new game.
That's great.
I'm sorry, I cannot. I don't play games just to simulate stock market trading.
But it's so fun to speculate the stock market in video
Then
games.
do it in real life.
Why would I
Yeah.
do that?
I don't know, to have actual profits, not just fictional profits. You dumb fuck.
Dude, I could lose actual money on the stock market in real life.
Then do it.
Like I think it's more worth going bankrupt in a video game than bankrupt in real life.
Big risk, big reward.
True.
Aren't you a gambling man?
I don't want to answer that question.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Dude, I play gacha games. Duh, I'm a gambler. They even wrote a song about me.
You play Destiny, you're a borderline gambler already.
Yeah, you're gambling with your fucking sanity as opposed to money.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you mean it doesn't have auto loading?
I didn't even know that you can go into negative sanity points.
I figured that a while ago, but I work fucking public sector. The amount of entitled parents and crazy homeless people I have to deal with, I'm not sure which is worse.
I think that's called living, in the West Coast.
No, I've talked to other people who work in libraries on like the East Coast and the Midwest. It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Oh, speaking of East Coast shenanigans, have you heard about what's been going on in New York City?
Which part? There's been a lot.
The lootings, the gangs, the cell phone scooter thieves.
Cell phone scooter thieves?
I don't remember if they use motor scooters or motorcycles. I don't remember. There's been it's bad when corporations are closing their stores in New York City because they don't want to get looted, or they've lost that much money on looting.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, New York is a mess now.
I mean, part of the issue is they completely demoralize their police force.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. So, the reason why people are getting away with this shit, did you know that as long as you don't as long as you don't steal like $1,000.
Yeah, the $1,000 felony thing.
Yeah, it means, it's a misdemeanor. It's not even a crime. Like, they can't charge them for it. They have to release them.
Yep, and then they just go do it again, and so long as they keep it under 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it should be added over the course of a few years, honestly.
It shouldn't be a few years. I think if you steal something, that should be chargeable.
No, you didn't get what I meant. It should be additive lasting a few years.
There should be a record for it of a few years.
Yes.
If you steal $500 worth of stuff now,
and then let's say that in half a year you steal
600.
350 or 600, yeah, any amount, and then again any other amount that makes you add up to that 1,000, then yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's really
It seems like the
frustrating
middle of the
though.
road. Yeah, well, one of the leader of the Planet Side clan I was in was a police officer in New York, and he just got so fed up with having his hands tied, he left.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, what is he to do? He wants to do his job. Like, assuming he's a good cop and everything like that.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's like, what do you do?
But that's what I mean. They completely demoralize their police force to where it's like they can't even do their job now.
It's actually crazy. I bought some bread at the grocery store. I really want it. But yeah, that's been
What
fun.
kind of-
It's just
Yeah.
bread. Literally just bread.
Man, glad modern isn't here. Bread.
I hate that. Like, we need to segregate Division 2.
You know, as a guy who still identifies as a member of Division 2, why?
Oh,
Most of the people who... Good.
I forgot that I left the clan.
Yeah, I've been out of Apexes for a while just because it's like, I don't have time to play Destiny much. I'm either addicted to fucking production-based games or busy in real life.
Mm-hmm. Well, the rise of the CTE clan. I'm just saying.
I mean,
One
if
day.
we could all play games together to actually build a name for ourselves.
We
maybe.
should. Dude. So here's my game plan. We need one of us to become successful on YouTube.
I thought you were gonna say sexist, and it's like, well, we're
No, that comes when we reach fame. Like,
Yeah.
we start a group, like Vanos Gaming Crew.
Okay,
We just
you
play
used
games
the worst possible example.
Let me cook. So, here's my line of thinking. We basically do Vanos Gaming Crew style. Play whatever games. Probably lost a Gmod. I don't know. In order to hyper accelerate our growth as a group, at least one of us has to become a big VTuber.
I promote Aldrin through being
The
female
femboy
VTuber.
VTuber.
Yeah.
What do you mean femboy? I have a beard, man.
Even better.
I'm literally too manly.
Oh, so you're going to have a VTuber mode and then your camera? Ugh, you're a king.
No. But,
Ends up flirting with himself and getting way too into it.
God, why is my character so hot?
Would you fuck me?
I for me.
God, I just remembered habitual line crosser. Fucking dude who gives military equipment personalities and has them react to current events. It's like the F-22, the most effective fighter plane we have ever made, and it can't do anything because everyone's too afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah. So we get big.
Yeah.
And and we all have to kind of branch off a little bit. We do our own things, but we come together as a collective and all that stuff. And then we have to have controversy, because any press is good press. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna point out 3 of you at least are related.
True, but I don't see how this is a problem.
The next time you have to see each other.
Nah, it's fine. But we gotta it has to be it doesn't have to be a real controversy. It's gotta be an artificially created one. You know what I mean? Everything is gonna be fake. We can create fake receipts and everything. So we gotta cancel one member, and then we have to bring him back somehow. We have to exonerate him.
Once again, it sounds like you're volunteering.
No. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way because I'm supposed to be like the guy with the clean
No.
cut character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it turns out you ain't so clean.
So like,
Yeah, we
what
found
we could do?
our-
No, wait. So what we could do basically is we have Modern Prophet and GCat do their own equivalent of like Terrorizer and Nogla.
Okay, I'm gonna point out something. I have no idea who those people are. I'm fairly certain Nox doesn't know who the fuck they are.
Yes,
How do
hi.
you guys not know about the Vanos crew?
The who?
Okay, I'm gonna point out. Nogla rings a bell. I hated Vanos's content because my younger brother used to watch it,
Fair.
and I got really sick and tired of it.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't watch that much Vanos growing up. Well, growing up because they're literally my age group.
Also, so if anything, don't forget that I technically entered the internet and started diving into the internet on 2016, 2018.
You
so-
little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but
boo-hoo, Grandpa. At least I know that I don't need to make fun of myself with my age, you buddy.
dude, don't worry. One day you'll catch up with me.
No, he
Yeah,
won't. That's
I
not
think-
how
I think-
age works.
If I die,
I think
he might even pass me.
I think at that point I will have osteoporosis, so no.
I mean, you don't know that. Anyway, where was I going with this?
Trying to make our friend group into a big content creator.
Yeah. So
Production.
we got to figure out the controversy. I nominate Tuber for it because, for the only fact of the matter is because he's technically a minority, right? So it's actually easier to exonerate him.
Alred,
sorry.
again, all of us are fucking minorities. I think
sorry,
Nox is the only one who
uh,
technically wouldn't qualify.
pretty much. Me and Storm, I think.
True. Wait, so we have to make Nox and Stormare look like the ultimate good guys then? Because we have to do like positive.
You have any idea how hard that's gonna be?
This is true. They're the two one of the most fricked up individuals in our group.
Said you, hello?
What? I've not done anything objectionable lately.
Oh, lately. Sorry, I forgot the qualifier. Lately.
If lately is the time that you've been back from Italy, maybe.
Dude, all I know is that I've been back for like 3 days now, and I think I've already pissed off Elo, even though because he didn't realize I was joking.
Oh, come on. We pissed off Elo in seconds on a daily basis. Don't worry about it.
I feel
mean-
actually a little bit bad. It's like, no, we're clearly joking. we don't really make that many
Alred,
serious
I'm gonna
statements.
point out something. When you started doing your unhinged rants when we first hung out,
Mhm.
it took me a couple months to realize you were joking. You don't make it obvious because you sound exactly the same as you do when you talk about anything else.
Wait, so I
Modern at
accidentally...
least will
yeah, he'll
Modern at
drop
least
the
will
I'm
put on a
joking.
bit of a comical voice.
Sometimes.
I think we should repeal the Civil Rights Act. That kind of thing.
That's true.
He does the bit. With you, it comes out naturally, and that's not a good thing.
Yeah, this might be a problem. But deadpan humor is best humor, man. It's like British comedy from the old days.
Then you say it deadpan. You put enough energy into it to where it's like, is he serious?
Dude, you gotta make it seem natural sometimes, right?
No.
I'm an artist at the end of the day. I'm an artist and musician. I have to do things with gusto, with chutzpah.
It is within my guild's knowledge that we must always put up a fair performance that is adequate to our...
Are you quoting Hamlet right now?
No.
Hang on. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Where is that? Okay, never mind. Forget what I was doing. But yeah. So I think, yeah, if we get big YouTuber group, we cancel somebody, we have some in-group tension. Make it look like there's something going on. and get people talking, right? Because we have to build our brand off of the premise that any press is good press.
Which is a mindset I heavily disagree with.
Though I feel like there are individuals within our group who would accidentally cancel themselves.
You see, this is the main problem with that. Half of our group has no form of filter whatsoever,
Yeah.
and the other half would probably just get tired of everyone trying to be edgy.
True. Yeah, Tuber is going to like get canceled within a week if we ever got big.
You will get cancelled in half an hour.
Me? No.
No, yeah, you and Modern definitely would for taking a bit too far.
Dude, all I'm saying, the tactic is to double down.
Yeah,
Right,
and look where that gets every. Okay.
Don't worry, you can just pull out
Alred?
any Sanji and thank you, artist.
Alred,
Yeah.
Hassan,
Okay, Hassan is stupid. There's a difference there.
So you
Destiny.
fucking are. What's the point?
Okay.
Literally,
Yeah.
every example of a fucking streamer doubling down ends badly.
This is true. This is true. I feel like there has to
Name
be some
one-
context to this, though.
Name one person where doubling down has actually improved their image.
Probably Jay Schlatt at this point.
Okay, you use Jay Schlatt for everything.
This is true because he is the perfect content creator.
You go any further down on Jay Schlatt, we're going to be asking questions.
Okay, maybe doubling down is not the word. Not apologizing. Never apologize.
It depends on how you apologize. It's like, maybe I took it too far. I stand by what I said, though. It may not have been the best thing to say, but it's what I said.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
yeah,
when
to be
people-
fair, though, what Destiny did was just messed up. Like, I don't know why you would say that.
Eh.
Like, I feel like I never liked the guy. I always felt like he was kind of a shithead, but I really feel like he went off on the deep end ever since the the NTR incident.
I think part of it is just he's tired of being popular.
He's trying to
And
cancel
another-
himself to get out of it. That's so based.
Yeah, it's like he's tired of being popular, and I'm guessing there's probably some resentment towards his parents.
That's weird. He's always taking it out on himself? That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it's not like he has anyone else he can take it out on.
Ah, true. He doesn't have a wife anymore, right? Okay, maybe that was really bad.
I mean, if he is divorced, it's like that definitely doesn't help.
Hmm.
Yeah, they got divorced last year.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He's 35. Eh.
I thought he was older. I'm actually shocked.
Yeah, I mean, I would have guessed like 40.
He looks like a crackhead. What's it?
Depends on the picture.
Let's see. Destiny streamer commentator.
I don't know.
I'm looking it up a picture. Oh, dude, he needs to work on his hair. What the hell?
I mean, you can only work with what you got. You okay there, Knox? Or did your dad,
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Good.
I get worried about you committing crime if you get too quiet.
Not lately.
You're not allowed to steal my bit.
What did
Here's
you
the
mean?
thing. Knox would at least go a few months without being caught for said crime.
I've
You
been
would
caught for
gloat
anything
about
yet.
it.
What? No.
I mean, you still haven't noticed what I've done to you, so I'll take that as a win.
Uh-huh.
Like right now, he's gonna be paranoid for the next 3 days.
Nah, I really don't
Oh,
give a
it will
shit.
be fine. Don't worry about it.
I literally do not give a crap. I am
See?
like too zen.
Sure thing, buddy.
So
So
yeah.
about the Protestants.
Oh yeah, those people. Whew.
The why?
The Protestants.
Protestants. Where?
The
How?
Protestant church. It's
Oh.
one of those things where it's like, I'm so zen. So about the Protestants.
He was great about that whole story. The only reason why they exist is because a king wanted to divorce his wife.
Yep.
Kind of messed up, if you ask me.
I mean, hey, if the church ain't gonna do it yourself. Or rather, make another church to do it for you. But hey. I mean, I just like the Helsing abridged interpretation of it.
What was the interpretation? If you could refresh me on that.
Just the Catholic Church in general. It's like they they couldn't actually get the Papal Knights to support Maxwell's attempted like crusade. And one, they got the discount Papal Knights, which included
The Jews and the Salvation
Jew-
Army.
the Salvation Army, the Mexican Inquisition, the Jews, who then promptly abandoned them once the battle actually started,
Yep.
and the KKK, which is the KKK didn't even mean to show up there. They got confused because everyone was wearing the white hoods.
Yeah.
Wait, there wasn't a party over here?
And then it turns out Maxwell just really hated Pope Francis.
Honestly, based.
But even during his rant, it was like to the KKK guy, "Okay, you need to chill."
See, Maxwell's not a bad guy.
Yeah, even evil has standards.
He's like, yeah. It's like,
like- Literally, the next episode, our men are literally being slaughtered. Who gives a fuck? They're Nazis.
true. The Nazis don't even like the Nazis.
That's what I loved about that series. It's like the Nazis realized we're Nazi vampires. We're not good people.
Yeah, we're not good guys. God, the writing on that abridged series was so top tier.
Oh yeah, I mean they had a year to hammer out each episode, so I'd hope so.
True. I also feel like it had a satisfying ending.
Yeah. No, they were able to set up for it well in advance.
Well, they actually had a game plan. Like I feel like they wrote wrote most of it out. At least, like they at least had like the beats, the story beats.
Yeah, Alucard having to spend 20 years providing therapy to the entire populace of London and himself.
Yep.
It's like, yeah. Yeah, so I spent the next 10 years on that.
Ah, shoot.
Hmm?
The guy who voiced the Dota 2 shopkeeper passed away.
Shame.
Sam A. Mori.
How old was he?
Uh,
I know a lot of Valve's voice actors are getting
he
rather
was
old.
not that old actually. He was in his he was what, 60, what is that? 65.
That's still kind of old these days.
I mean, for context, he's younger than my dad by 1 year.
Okay, keep in mind, my dad's like 48, so I'm not always great with that as an example.
Okay. Dude, that's scaring me. It's like I'm actually, like, at least in my case, like I'm almost 30. Like I'm catching up with those people.
Ah, you've got a while.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just an interesting thought, you know?
Yeah, but let's not focus too much on that thought.
Yeah, let's not think about it. You know, we're young guys. We're young, happy guys. Well, happy happy, relatively speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not go that far.
So about our group, did we turn it into a studio or something like that,
I mean, I
or
imagine
like
we
a
probably have to.
corporation? We should become like the next Phase Connect.
So going back to RPG, or rather build crafting mechanics on video games.
He's changed the subject.
No, you changed the subject.
I was returning to a previous one, but yeah. Anyway, what you were saying, Nox?
Build crafting in games, like, what's the most satisfying system you can think of?
In terms of build crafting, eh?
So if I had to, I'm gonna pick and choose because I can. I would say a combination between, for first-person shooters or third-person shooters, I would say a combination between Warframe and Division 2 would be extremely develop, complex, but at the same time satisfying.
Oh, we're talking
Yeah.
about shooters specifically, because if we were talking build crafting, I was gonna go all in on Dota.
Well, Dota is a completely different beast.
True.
But yeah, I would personally say that level of build crafting, like allow me to pick and choose bonuses on my armor or my items, my equipment, allow me to build into it to different levels or different positives, choose any negatives or other trade-offs. Like I get a positive, a massive positive, but I get a negative on a different stat or different ability, or I get a something that that might hinder my build if I don't counter it, or I might just be able to shoulder it.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's a negative you actually need to account for.
Yes.
true.
This isn't like a -5 to reload speed.
Yeah, no, for example, let's say I'm going to put it on Destiny terms, or rather make a comparison on Destiny. Like,
Yeah.
you get a 25% increased reload speed, like animation scalar included, but your range is, you lose a third of your effective range, for example.
Go on.
That is that's an example of what I call the kind of trade-offs that I enjoy using on games, like being able to pick and choose different builds, being able to build craft, choose what negatives I can shoulder in or I can survive in order to maximize or amplify the effects of other traits.
Mm.
Which is something that on Destiny technically we have with um the variants on the weapon mods. Was the adept mods. But at the same time, it's only like +5 to a stat, -2 to another, so it's like pointless.
Oh, plus adept mods can only be used on certain gear.
Yeah,
The mods don't do anything. They're just funny numbers.
they're just funny numbers.
Yeah.
And 90% of the
In
time,
my opinion, build crafting has to be about effect, not something boiling down to just random numbers.
you say, here's the thing. This is mainly why I chose a combination between Warframe and Division 2. You know how the Division 2 plays? Like, we play Division 2, right, Aldred? Cowboy?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
The FFS have played. Now, part of the reason why I combine it with Warframe is because, yes, Warframe is a lot numbers, and a lot of their mods and stuff works with additive percentages. Like, I gain 60% to damage, I lose 40% to intrinsic of the weapon. Yeah, I'll be reloading, I'll be in multi-shot, I'll be in effective range, I'll could be also reload. Doesn't matter. That's part of why I chose Warframe, because it also has a very it has extremely evolved uh, weapon system or equipment system. As in, I don't think. Yes, on the current state of the game, the only thing you cannot change about a weapon is the intrinsic firing mode. That's it. You're able to increase fire rate. You're able to increase the amount of bullets you can shoot at once. You're able to increase the magazine size. You're able to increase the increase and decrease. By the way,
Don't
uh,
certain incarnons change that though? Or
yes,
incarnins, whatever.
yes, but they act as a different weapon of the
Ah,
two
okay.
weapons combined, and they cannot be affected. Well, they cannot be affected as much as the base weapon. That's why I said the intrinsic traits of the weapon.
Mm.
Because the incarnate mode in a lot of weapons is just a bonus you get. That's past it, but that's beyond the point.
Yeah.
Mm.
Granted, most of Warframe's versatility comes from what I call ADHD game development.
Yeah. Which, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I enjoy the what the fuck was it? Tinkering from Division 2. If you've got the almost perfect piece of gear, you can fix it yourself. And it's balanced in that you can only modify like one stat on a piece of gear.
Mm.
So that way it's like you can't just take any chess piece and make it perfect. It needs to be at least close enough. Um yeah, I'd agree with like Warframe and Division 2 being the sweet spot between the two.
Yeah.
I don't put that much thought into build crafting. I just go with whatever feels fun. Whether or not
Yeah.
it's optimal is a different thing. That's why it's like weird for me in Guild Wars.
Hmm.
It's like I know what the optimal builds are, but they don't really feel fun to me. Then again, I'm not a fan of Axes on Warrior, even though I know they do the big DPS number.
Mm.
So most frustrating build system you've had to deal with in a shooter.
My God. Oof.
While Nox thinks about that, Alred, can you think of anything?
Bad system, eh? I don't know. There aren't actually that many build crafting shooter games that really exist outside of the lens of like the looter shooters.
Fair. Does Tarkov have any build crafting?
Gun,
It's
armor.
not.
That's about it.
Okay, yeah. It's like I'd be surprised if they did. I don't play that many looter shooters. I've just watched my friends play Tarkov.
I will say. I would say First Descendant. Not because. Not because the system itself is bad, because it has extremely. Pretty much a copycat of Warframes, but
Mm.
the general gameplay loop determines it extremely. It has the same problem as with Destiny, or Old Destiny, before the 3.0s, in which your accessing to new mods is extremely rare.
Ah, low drop rates.
Pretty much.
At least it's not Curse of Osiris bad.
I guess.
Some glimmer and a blue piece of gear.
2 tokens on a blue. The most rewarding activity in the game. 2 tokens and a blue.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if we're in a better place with tokens being gone. Because it doesn't feel like anything's really changed.
Hmm.
Then again, I'm not sure. When did they get rid of tokens? Beginning of Lightfall?
I don't remember. I just remember that they were gradually phasing them out.
Yeah. I think Iron Banner was the first thing they phased them out for.
Which is honestly surprising because I feel like that was the game mode that was least egregious in terms of it.
Well, because nothing was egregiously expensive compared to the amount of tokens you got per game.
Oh, the issue is last time I played Iron Banner, what do you call it? I just never would get frickin' engrams to drop.
Yeah.
It should be guaranteed.
I mean, if you play a game, you should get at least one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're already having to gamble on what's in the fucking engram.
Like, don't get me wrong, the original system was very, very flawed. And then now that we have like focusing and stuff like that, or whatever you want to call it, you know, like you can pull individual weapons, which is just super nice.
Yeah.
So
But even then,
I
pulling
really don't
individual
know.
weapons takes a lot of resources.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not convinced that the money system is any better.
Design-wise, Destiny's in a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
The problem is that Destiny also has
You can't.
like sure. I never imagined I will be defending Destiny.
You have to
There's
admit, they're
nothing else on the game to hold players in the game, so there's gotta be something that can be done. And the only thing they can do quickly is FOMO.
I do appreciate the fact that they're trying to move away from that.
yeah, but there's only so much they can do because it's kind of baked into the game at this point.
Yeah.
It's not even big, it's if the game has 4 pillars, it is 2.5 of them.
Yeah, it's like seasonal content and
Seasonal
rotating
content,
weapon pools, I guess.
seasonal content, rotating weapon pools, and the story. Like, I don't know. It's just it's stupid. Like, fair. The developers have it rough. At the same time, the company as a whole hasn't done much to avoid getting into the situation that the game is currently now, and they are suffering the consequences, or they're going to be suffering the consequences.
I'm fairly certain they're already suffering.
I mean, yeah, Sony had to put their balls in the desk and say, "We are the bigger person here," but that's beyond the point.
Yeah,
Mm.
I would have laughed if Microsoft had bought them out. Partly because it's like, oh, fuck, we've got Halo again.
No, we got in from bad to worse, I will say.
No, I'm just saying, like, Xbox or whatever would have bought them out and immediately forced them to work on Halo. It's like, here, you fix it. And then immediately it just gets worse somehow.
It's just like life.
It's like anyone who actually had a brain at Bungie left a while ago. Or got fired.
I was gonna say, or the last few people that had a a love for the game itself. Left it Darwin Lida being the last compositor for the game, if I recall.
Mm.
Eh.
All I know is that this game is heading to a very dark moment, and if Bungie doesn't put on the extra mile to treat the seasons as expansions proper and do the most they can do, it's not looking good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the episode content that they're putting is bad. I'm saying that for the bar that they have set it up with Lightfall, or sorry, Final Shape, and then what we had earlier, Lightfall, they need to do a lot to make that bar not fall naturally.
Yeah, it's like as good as Final Shape is, people still very much remember Whitefall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sorry.
No, you go. You go.
Who's you?
What do you not know, cowboy?
Just Whitefall is weird because Strand was good. It's just everything around it was absolutely terrible.
Mm. What do you think, Aldred? What do you think of his Strand release?
I've hated every single thing about it except for the grapple. And even
Why, though?
aspects of the grapple I despise.
Why though?
Well, in the case, the very existence of Titan trivialized the game.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Banner of War was, I'm not gonna say a mistake, but definitely
It's a mistake.
Oh, no.
overdone.
No, I'm gonna say Banner of War was a mistake in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, fine. We'll go with that.
I mean,
I feel
But
like
again,
to be fair, I will still stand by my statement that I think that 3.0 was the beginning and the end of the game.
no,
DR Banner of War should have been like DR and maybe a damage boost instead of actual healing.
I don't know. There's too many things they could have done better. Also, Aldred, that shit was thinking way before 3.0s.
Yeah.
3.0s were a last ditch effort to call in or reel in new people.
I still think it's a mega mistake because I just feel like everything just kind of got trivialized or ruined.
Everything already was trivial.
Things were a lot harder back then, actually. And then we get to this point
Yeah.
where, like, you know, everybody is running around with a goddamn healing grenade. Everybody is looping a goddamn restoration build. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, but they've made content difficult enough to where you need that restoration and healing.
No,
Used to be you didn't.
they made it so you're forced to only be able to complete the content consistently if you're abusing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I don't know if that is like a balance difference because, you know, we had hard stuff before.
I wouldn't call it balance. I would call it a flaw in design.
I
Personally.
do think it's a design flaw. Like, I like the idea of health return, like, concepts. Like, you know, I generate orb, I pick up orb, I get health bump. I like stuff
That-
like that.
Yeah, that's a simple enough loop.
Yeah.
And then I build in order to generate more orbs. And then that feeds into so many things. That could feed into abilities. That could feed into your super faster and all that stuff. And then what do we just run now? I throw healing grenade and fire solar weapon. That is the extent of like solo content. Or in the case of Titan, I punch somebody and I become literally God.
There have been too many changes done without too much thinking into them. There have been too many things done that were just hasty,
I
quick,
mean,
dirty, in favor of newer players, only newer players.
part of my issue is that half the content that we have in the game was not built with certain current design decisions in mind.
I mean, hell, 75% of the content in done to this day on Destiny is not being upkept to the level of power creep we are getting each season.
Yeah. We still got fucking Battlegrounds from Season of the Chosen.
Their Battlegrounds release after Season of the Chosen is the only activity you can do whenever you play a Strike playlist. Keyword, Strike. Sorry, Vanguard playlist. I forgot that they had to change the name because it was no longer the Strike playlist. It was the Battlegrounds only and Cheer Strikes.
You get a strike every breadcrumb.
Things like that just amplify the sentiment that I have of, yeah, this game is not being actively worked on. This content is not being actively adjusted. It's not being actively looked at. Bungie is not actively doing anything about their game. They're only reactively creating new content. What are they reacting to? Well, complaints we had 2 months ago. That's about it.
Yeah. And the problem is, like, content like Battlegrounds and Strikes, that takes like a year into the production pipeline at best.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing reactionary content while they're also making balancing changes. It's like by the time they've released the content, they've changed 3 or 4 different things people were complaining about. And now the content they made feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like God, the HyperNet Current Strike, having the Sparrow racing part in there. It's like if you compared it what Sparrows were prior to Lightfall. It's like I feel like it would be different than Sparrows as they were at Lightfall when they've buffed the speed on all of them.
Mm.
Yeah. That's part of the reason why I want to have hope for the game. I want to think that the game can have a future or has a future. But whenever is this dreamy 10-year-old tale of stuff being done, not for what the players have currently, not for what is going on currently, but for what was going on some time ago. There's no reason to stick to it. If you have a plotted plan that is just sitting there in the sun day after day after day, and you don't water it until you remember that, oh wait, 2 days it was looking a little bit dry, I should water it today, you're going to do nothing but kill the plant. And suddenly that metaphor applies to Destiny because it's the same principle. If you're trying to nurture anything, if you're trying to take care of something, don't do stuff based on what you saw a few days ago. Don't do stuff only based on what you saw a few days ago. How is it looking? How is it doing? How, what is going on around it? And
They
treat
also
it
only seem to be able to focus on one like
aspect.
aspect of the game at a time, because it's either PvP or the Strike Dungeon Raid Trinity. Note, Gambit is ignored as per usual.
Hey, it got a map and a sorry, it got a map and a new faction. That is more than it has gotten in the last 2 years.
Fair. And I'd applaud that if it wasn't just literally porting assets over.
Yep.
Ugh.
I don't know. It's just I cannot wait for this game to end. I cannot wait for this game to just die to get a Destiny 3 or just get a different game that is just a spiritual successor. I cannot wait to be free from this nightmare. Because
Yeah, the problem is if they were working on a Destiny 3, at this point, it would have been leaked.
I wasn't referring so much as for a Destiny. Okay, fair. I did say Destiny 3. I will
Oh.
leave my words.
Yeah.
I don't
Hang on, I
only
gotta
mean.
check something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what do you think, Adria, about the whole stuff? game
I could
status?
give less of a shit.
Really?
Because at this point, I don't have time to dedicate a lot of time to the game. I just play when I can, try to enjoy what I get, maybe hop into some PvP. I just want PvP to be okay again.
Sadly, with this set of online, or rather, the players alone all over the world, and so much on, and the detriment and continued lack of care for the status of the game in Destiny, it's not gonna happen.
Who knows? At this point, I'm just split gate 2 waiting room, man.
I mean, hey, I'm there with you too. I ditched Destiny to go play Final Fantasy as soon as I remember I had a 7 going.
The difference is I just want a good PvP game that I can enjoy.
I don't think those exist anymore.
Yeah.
Not only because they are not being created, but because
People like chasing trends.
I mean,
So it's like everything has to be a hero shooter. Everything has to have like abilities. Every single game has to be like catered towards multiple inputs and cross-platform. Everything, because they insist on it. Everything has to be a live service, and it's just like it just goes on and on and on and on.
We've reached the feature creep of game development.
yeah,
It's like at this point we need just we need to simplify. We need to return to Monkey.
no, we just need to the game industry needs to go back to basics. They need to simplify stuff. Also, at the same time, the people that are able to make games are not looking at games as a product of arts and entertainment. They're looking at games as a product, and they want their products to be more complex, more flashy, more than any other. So they have to have everything that they had before and more.
Like I'm all for games evolving to become better, but like I don't think they've evolved to become better.
I mean,
And
games
this
are
is why
starting to
objectively the
evolve.
best first-person shooter ever made is Quake.
All right, reset the clock.
Is a competitive game? Absolutely.
Again, Albert, I will point out you're the only person in the room who's played Quake.
True.
Joker didn't ask, never played it, and without much you're repairing it to the point of being annoying, not gonna play it, most likely.
You make it sound like your first wife who died a long time ago.
It's already departed. I'm sorry to tell you, but sure. It was nice while it lasted. Sadly, it is no more.
Well, Quake. Some of the Quake games still have services.
I mean, Quake Live is still going pretty strong, honestly. Granted, it's
I
a
mean,
very niche player base because most people have either retired or move on.
fair, but I hope you get the point.
Honestly, the game just needs like a new release that really just embodies the classic aspects of the game. With just a facelift, probably tighter movement, and that's about it. That's all they have to do. You don't need abilities, you don't need ultimates, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need tacticals.
Okay, like having ultimates is one of those requirements that's really weird for me in shooters these days.
Yeah.
Because by design, most ultimates break the like satisfying gameplay that would come from a shooter.
I think objectively, abilities are the worst thing to happen to shooters in general.
Depends. Are they being actively balanced? Not really. Are they being neglected? Then sure.
Well, you know what's a massive case in point for me? And I will actually use this actually as a my example to fight against why they should not do ability shooters. Battlefield.
To be fair, Battlefield is the pinnacle of a mismanaged franchise at this point.
It's like way back when, not even that long ago. Battlefield 5. You know what we have? We have classes. Classes have access to a few different tools that just allow them to play their role correctly. He's like, oh, if you're recon, you can like set a spawn beacon. If you're a goddamn support or whatever it was called, medic, you get the instant res.
Hang on. Now, I have a question for you. Isn't that basically the same as an ability? If you dial it down to the base concept, there are just utilities that
Here's the difference
have.
though. These are utilities that are based purely upon class. And the difference is like in old battlefields is like they have certain things that accomplish very specific things. They're not necessarily offensive in nature, though they could be. And then they are given a certain pool of guns per class. Now you move on to Battlefield 2042, and all of a sudden they open Pandora's box and everything goes to shit. On top of the game being ass.
So, granted, a large amount of that
wait.
was them wanting to recreate Apex.
Yeah.
Aspects of it, yes. But like they have a grappling hook. They have freaking self stims, which I don't think they really had before.
So what you want is the possible playable characters to have a limited amount of utilities alongside with a limited amount of weaponry they can use, and each one of the different classes have an exclusive pool of weapons that is different from the other, meaning that they might have the same weapons but some have access to different ones compared to others.
Like for instance, like Recon is the sniper class. You should have sniper rifles. Assault is gonna have ARs, and then all the classic stuff is it's like they didn't have to destroy the wheel to make a good Battlefield game. or to make a new Battlefield game that felt fresh,
Again, I don't blame DICE for that one. They've said several times it was EA wanting them to recreate Apex.
which is stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm not arguing
It
that
is.
either.
It's EA. Come on. It's on their veins.
EA.
EA Sports. It's the game. I don't know. It
Well,
just
once you pay
pisses
enough
me off.
money.
Like, Battlefield 5 was actually a pretty good game at the end of its life cycle.
Yeah, but the problem is it took how many updates?
But let's be honest. I'm not surprised in the least.
I mean, the fact that their fucking World War II game barely had America at launch, and then I want to say they lacked. God, what was it? Russia entirely?
I forget which factions they had. But I don't know.
Yeah, either way, it's fucked.
Like I just straight up don't understand what they're trying to accomplish with their, more modern titles.
Well, the problem is, like, they've been chasing trends.
Yeah, it's like it's a
was gonna
mistake.
say, you need to look at not the player but the investor side. They don't see what makes the different games unique. They only see tags or characteristic tags and the numbers that the different combination of characteristic tags and systems that a game has are making them quote unquote famous without us realizing that, hey, it's not only because the game that it is, it's a combination of what it is, how it's being treated, and the system that it has, how they feel, how they play. That's why a lot of copycat projects just fail. I do need to specify a lot of copycat projects fail because there are also a lot of projects that just end up being more famous than the parent ones. No,
Yeah.
beyond the point.
Hmm.
Again, a large issue is that so much of the development staff is left. The ones that remain don't understand Battlefield.
And the people making the decisions about the gameplay, about the how is it gonna play out or how is it gonna feel, don't even know or understand what happened with the previous titles that made them, catch the audience.
Yeah, they didn't play the original. They weren't. They weren't even in the industry during that time. So how would they know?
Oh, but he had classes. He had classes and ability again utilities for your classes. So you guys like that, right?
I don't know. All I'm saying is just don't reinvent the wheel.
At the very least, don't try to turn it into a square.
Yeah.
Sorry, too late. I already made it a triangle. Suffer.
There is some logic to a triangular wheel.
You know what I meant. Don't go. Don't find the fifth leg on the cat or the third leg on the cat.
I'm not familiar with that metaphor.
Neither am I.
Pretty much equivalent to don't try to go find the needle in the haystack, I think.
I guess.
Sure, that one is better. That one at least makes sense.
To an extent, yeah.
It's not English, is not my native language. I might have just translated it when I was thinking what to say.
This is a fantastic meme. I'm stealing this. Dude, what is a WebBP file? Frick this noise. I want nothing
A
to do
what?
with it anymore.
It's an image file.
Yeah.
I know, it
You
pisses
can
me off.
extremely easily convert it to a PNG or JPEG.
I know, but it's still annoying because then I have to do it.
Or a GIF.
I
It's
think it's
pronounced
actually
GIF.
called GIF.
GIF?
Hang on, where's that meme? There's like this ridiculously long Lord of the Rings GIF that I love so much. If I can find it. Where is it? 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 Did I favorite it?
Most likely not, if I had to bet.
Hey, gambling's his shtick.
I have a lot of random weird GIFs. Oh yeah, like Garand Thumb. Is it Garand or Garand?
Depends on who you ask. I'm fairly certain we've been over that.
It looks like I didn't save it. That's a bummer and a half. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Shep of the Ring GIF.
The GIF.
Yeah. Surely. Oh, did I find it? Nope, that's not it. That's awkward
So
silence.
while Alfred's looking for that, what were we just talking about? Before he mentioned WebMM? Eh. I honestly don't remember.
Oh, I think I found it.
Nox, you there?
Yes, hi.
What were we talking about before Alfred mentioned WebMP or whatever?
I don't know.
Yeah, I lost track. God, what was it? Something about. This is gonna drive me nuts.
Was it Destiny?
No, it was. Hang on.
Right, we do have a live stream that we can check.
Dude, why isn't it embedded?
Battlefield. We're talking about Battlefield and how whoever the fuck's left at EA and DICE don't understand what made Battlefield popular. To be fair, that was evident as far back as Battlefield Hardline. It's like, hey, we'll make it about cops and robbers. That's popular with the kids, right? Right?
Yeah. Do any of you guys know how to download an embedded video from Reddit?
From where?
From
Reddit.
Like it? Question mark?
Hang on, I can share it, I guess, at the very least.
Yeah. I have an idea, but I don't know.
Problem is, I think it's considered a video, which is problematic.
Can't you just put it on screen on the stream?
Oh yeah, I probably could do that. Yeah. Hang on. Do I have a... There you go. Display capture? Yeah, sure.
Oh, hey, your homework folder.
Oh.
I feel like I have to make a new one.
No.
No. I meant like a new freaking. Oh wait. Never mind. I got a plan.
Never
Filters.
plan, Arthur.
And then bomb. Boom. There we go. What the frick? Help.
Blim bam bam blim bam bam blim bam bam boom.
There we go. Look at this shit. There's no sound. I don't think there is anyway. Yeah, there's no sound.
Say if it's a GIF, there wouldn't be sound.
Yeah.
The moving JPEG. It is a GIF. It's Jap. Gentlemen, the meme. Change my data plan in minutes. No, Skillian. The meme must be destroyed. I'm kind of for that. Damn gift. I got like a land. The kingdom of John Doerr.
Oh, I go land.
Okay. You know.
Now I
something-
can relate to that last part. The dumbest discussion I've ever had.
Hang on, there's this beautiful. Where is it? I'm trying to find the particular screen cap. I don't believe the king of John Doerr. Gackass. Jackass, and then they say gackass. It's so good.
Yeah. Send it to me. I'll try something and get back to you.
Beautiful. But yeah,
Because
this
I
is
think I have an idea. on
this is
how it
probably
might
one of
be.
my favorite memes ever.
Hmm.
There you go.
Duncan.
Drains my data plan.
It drains my data plan. And I'll actually just put it in our server to boot. It's just beautiful.
Hmm.
I don't know. I've never actually watched the Lord of the Rings movies.
Huh?
Understandable.
Low attention span plus not enough time.
Fair enough. What is this tag? Finkelfin for the Wingolfin.
I don't know. Is it on Reddit?
Yeah.
Sure, it's probably some inside joke or another.
I mean, I just think it's a weird tag, a very goofy tag. Is the full tag is Fingelfin for the Wingolfin, Gondolin but not forgotten Dolan. It's literally just puns.
I mean, does it need to be anything more?
True. By the way, Finkelfin is like the ultimate Chad of the Silmarillion.
Isn't that what they attempted to base fucking Rings of Power off of? Or claim it was based off of that?
Technically, the events of what do you call it? The events of the Rings of Power actually occur after the Silmarillion. So this is stuff you're gonna find basically in the appendices. Because it's supposed to be basically, you know, the last days of Numenor and stuff like that. If that makes sense. So the
Not really,
dawning
but
of
okay.
of the next age. Because basically these are all the events that lead up to the foundation of the kingdom of Gondor, or I should say, you know, yeah, the kingdoms of Gondor and Arnor and all that stuff. And then there's like a ton of history that just occurs over the course of the Third Age.
I do
leading
enjoy
up
how
into
in
it.
most fantasy settings it's like, oh yeah, the elves were this really great race, and then they fucked it up.
Yep, pretty much.
and they fucked it up so bad it got bad for everyone else.
I mean, to be fair, they kind of like solved the issue, kind of. Like they did their repentance, they did their penance, whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
But they absolutely did kind of mess up because they did a lot of messed up things, but they were also Giga Chads during the world of the First Age. And they technically were fighting against a threat far greater than Sauron ever could be. But that was like the height of the elves' power.
Yeah, and they still fucked it up.
Absolutely. I mean, well, they were essentially basically fighting against a god. Like, I don't know how much of like Tolkien lore you actually know, or anybody here knows, but yeah, there's a lot of
Not
shit
much.
that goes down.
Not sure about Nox, but I don't know much.
So basically,
I did see the movies when I was young.
the movie. I might even talk about the movies. This is book stuff. It gets pretty in depth. Because let's be honest, Tolkien's world is he basically created it as a form of like history because he was despondent at the honestly quite very lacking aspect of mythology or mythos, whatever you want to call it, that existed in England. So he basically wanted to create his own. You know, he also wanted to create it for his kids.
Plus, what else are you gonna do with World War One PTSD?
True.
I always have to remind people that was a very big factor in a lot of things that Tolkien did.
I mean, Tolkien was a great man. That man survived the Somme, you know?
Yeah, that in itself is pretty impressive. The great fuck up, as they call it.
Mm-hmm. Also, you know what's my favorite thing about Tolkien, though? And it's literally modern stuff. I love the fact that all those people are trying to paint Tolkien as being some sort of a racist. Because these people, for some reason, try to draw parallels between like black people and the orcs. Which makes them racist.
Yeah, sounds about right. I was the racist all along.
It's like if you actually read Tolkien, it's like the creation of the orcs was literally their origins were the elves, and they were basically tortured and mutilated. And the orcs came to be basically as a form of mockery of the elves. And then for some reason, some weird woke people thought it was a good idea to compare orcs to black people, which is just exceedingly racist.
I mean, if anything, they'd be the Mongol hordes, but you know.
And then they try to say, oh, he's like, he doesn't have any black people in his story. He's like, well, that's not 100% true because, first and foremost, if you actually think about it, Middle Earth is basically England.
It's like, why would there be black people?
It's basically England in a situation which would technically be like hundreds of thousands of years ago. And there are instances of other, you know, ethnicities of man. Like you have the Haradrim, you have the Southerners and stuff like that. The people of Dune, for crying out loud.
Yeah. What's all? It's also that point where you have to ask, okay, would there really be black people given how it's an entirely different world?
There wouldn't be, because technically everybody is goddamn Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah. If humanity hasn't spread out far enough to, have that much diversity compared to real life,
Yeah.
it's like who the fuck develops a new skin color to deal with copious amounts of sun if you're all living in England, medieval fantasy England?
Yeah. It's just people just goofy, bad takes. It's really funny though.
I wouldn't say funny, but it's definitely a look into the human psyche.
Just like if
I
you
mean,
actually
yeah.
want racism, look at the dwarf elf feuds.
Yep.
Yeah, then who are like the most important characters in the story? Goddamn, the friendship between Legolas and Gimli is one that basically transcends the races. And because of that friendship and his love of an elf woman, Gimli is permitted to go to the Undying Lands. Like, people don't understand this.
I can't help but think of that fucking line from the Parrot 4chan video.
Which one?
Hmm.
I want to feel that beard.
True.
I wanna feel that beer in my.
But yeah, I am a hyper Tolkien nerd.
Eh, nothing wrong with that.
Like, not gonna lie, I'm probably more qualified than a lot of Tolkien scholars to talk about it.
Who do we got? It's Koi.
Oh, Koi finally showed up?
I mean, he was here earlier.
Was? I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to hop on at the time, so
Understandable. Don't worry too much about it.
but yeah, there's so much depth in those books, and I really just highly recommend reading them.
is Koi actually alive?
I don't know. Is he alive? What is alive?
Yes, I am alive.
Nice. Oh, hold up. Hang on. Wait. Gotta make another one. Browser source. Call it Koi. I don't know why you showed up, but I ain't
No, to be
complaining.
fair, we didn't move from the fucking CTE thing.
This is true. How do I do this again? Oh shoot, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good.
What did you do?
I forgot I changed my Discord password, so I gotta do shit. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm the king of scuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
But I'm also like clever enough that I can work with it.
Keep telling yourself that, buddy.
What do you mean? How do I do this again? Copy. Yeah. Watch this. Bada boom. Bada bing. Yeah, there we go. I'll just put him over there. Now it's perfect.
I'm still trying to understand what the fuck he's trying to do.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't
We're
worry about
currently
it.
doing the podcast. Alred's making it so that you have your own avatar.
It's literally just your Discord avatar, and it's beautiful.
What, the cat?
Yeah. It's actually such a convenient tool, you know? And I think I need to experiment with this more, but I think you can make like a unless people use something else. But I think you can basically get it to the point where you can actually have like multiple gifts and stuff like that. I swear to God, if you say Jiff, I
I
will strangle
see.
you.
Jeff.
No, I don't say that.
Who is Jeff?
Nice, yeah.
One of these days, we need to improve these. Like, we need to move on from still images and make them like shake around when we talk and open their mouths and do shit like that.
Well, then you need to finish learning how to
Finally,
draw.
then.
Well, here's the thing. I can't do a lot of the shit because I need that charger. And Lord knows I am not going outside because it's like almost 40 degrees outside.
Poor man that blames his tools.
So do you understand how hot it is outside?
Yeah, because it's probably the same heat where I live.
Okay, how hot is it for you right now?
It's 97. Granted, it's like 6 in the morning, so it's not that hot yet, but it's gonna hit 97.
Okay, yeah, it's like 100 right now.
Yeah, we've been hitting 100 every so often around here, so yeah.
It's like literally I walked out and it was like probably like it wasn't even noon yet. And it was like 96 degrees out. It was terrible. It is what it is.
Oh, Jesus.
How have you been, Koi?
Yeah, what are you doing, Koi? Good talk. Hey, Koi, do you want in on our YouTube group?
Yeah, Alfred's delusion.
No, it's not delusion. It's called business venture.
You're about to say copium.
No. I was looking for the word. I was trying to remember. What works here? Entrepreneurship? Business venture? So Koi. Anyway, the idea is we have to make a group, kind of like the Vados crew, and become like really big. And then we can accelerate our growth by having drama. Because all press is good press.
I mean, sure. I mean, I don't know if that's a great idea.
No. It's flawless.
It's an Alred idea. It's always gonna be terrible.
It's fine. What do we like, dude? Like, what's the worst that can happen?
Alphabetical or in severity?
I mean, look. At the end of the day, we gotta make money.
Okay.
So, but if you just think about it, like, if we could actually get this business venture, going, I can use it as advertising for the future bar I'm gonna open with my brothers.
Wait, are you planning on opening a
He's
bar
just
with your
using
brother?
us.
Dude, I'm literally doing the tuber thing. Except, a little bit different. It's
What
like
is the
I'm playing the long psychological game. He just plays like
Tuber
the
exploits
goddamn Soviet.
GCAT for content.
He does.
Um,
He still hasn't paid him yet. Dude, legit, Tuber is the only person who profits off of this. Well, profit,
Modern profit?
You might say in a form it is. But yeah, he just farms GCAT clips and it's really funny. He does. It's not even a joke. Half of his YouTube shorts are literally just GCAT raging.
More just screaming weirdly.
Actually, now I'm curious.
No.
Uber
I
dog
mean, if it works for him.
54. We go to his shorts, right? Let's see. Oh damn.
Dare I ask?
Well, you know what? Let's sort by popularity. He actually has a 10K view video.
Adred.
And then the rest of the stuff just seems to be freaking GCAT clips.
What is it, Nox?
What's up, Nox?
I got something for ya.
What is something?
Oh god.
Dude, his most successful YouTube video is literally Storm Aaron being drunk.
Lamp.
Yeah.
It was. You're so close, but you're so far.
Oh, hey, they dropped the trailer for the new Joker movie.
I think you need to
Oh,
have
sweet.
a little bit more faith in me.
Come on, Chica. You cannot do it. Check your DMs, Adred.
Okay, you DM'd me? How about you DM some? Okay. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah,
Perfect,
we
sir.
keep trying to, but they turn out to be robots or koi.
Bro.
Huh?
Alred was gonna say, how about you DM some bitches, but he cut himself off.
Dude, because I have to be the nice guy. I have to be the good guy. This is all in preparation for our growth as a studio.
I was gonna say, I had to be the nice guy. You're talking about fucking social engineering and faking drama.
and you're gonna stop
I
me,
swear to God, you are the most hypocritical person I've met.
dude? And I rock it. I don't deny it.
I am extremely devout and religious. I gamble and drink whenever I can.
Okay, in my defense,
You have no defense. Shut the fuck up.
look. All things in moderation, my son.
You have no moderation. right?
Moderation? You know what that fucking word is?
What do you mean? I've only had like 3 glasses of port, man, and 1 beer.
It's 2 p.m. for you.
Details. Also, it might have actually been like 5 glasses of port, but still.
What the fuck?
Make that 6. Dude, it's a really nice port too. Like I paid like $15 for it. It's actually one of the stronger ones I've been able to find too.
How much horsepower?
Huh?
I call the alcohol percentage.
Oh, the percentage is like
horsepower.
20%, which is actually pretty high for a port, I think. Probably around average for a port, actually.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Maybe a little bit on the higher end, but
It's a little bit on the
Yeah.
higher end because I think most ports hover around 15, 18 percentage, I think.
You know what? I'm baffled. I'm utterly baffled.
Huh? Why?
I don't need to explain myself, you dumb fuck.
Huh?
How is it to be oh wait, no, never mind. I forgot about my father. I forgot I said anything.
Okay, look. Here's the difference though. I've also been up since like 6 in the morning.
And
Alfred's trying to
And-
make it so
and-
you can call him
and-
daddy.
And it's really
No.
difficult for me to carry on conversations without alcohol.
yeah, that's called being an introvert fuck.
True.
that's called being an alcoholic.
I
Also
practice.
true. Right, you practice, so you can kill your liver more reliably whenever you reach old age.
Dude, it's called
grandpa.
microdosing, man.
Yeah, emphasis on micro. How many glasses are you in again?
5 or 6.
On an 18%? You said?
20. And 1 beer.
Yeah, we have long passed microdosing.
Dude, you know what's the funny thing? This is probably less alcohol than I drank when I was in Italy. On a daily basis. So I actually haven't told you. So my trip, right? I was out there for like 3 weeks in Italy. Total 2 days in Milano, 4 days in Firenze, and then Gardone for how long was I there? Basically 2 weeks.
I'm gonna point out, Italy, wine.
Yeah.
It's kind of waste if you don't drink. So
Dude, Tuscany
that's not
wine
really
is
an argument.
so freaking good. But like every night, pretty much okay. So every day before we go to our forum in Gardone, basically we wake up, we have coffee, light breakfast or whatever. Sometimes we don't even get that. You know, we go puttering around doing our business. Oh yeah, no, we go to church first. We were going to church every day, pretty much in Florence. So morning mass, and then we go hit up a local bar and we get Aperol spritzes. With some light refreshments. So we're basically eating very light. We're basically eating 2 meals a day. And then we go out for dinner. And dinner is always like 3 courses. Usually we have like an Aperol spritz or something else, and then we get a bottle of wine. Sometimes 2 bottles of wine, and there were 3 of us. And then, so we're basically going through about, on average, all of us are drinking about 2 Aperol spritzes, and 1/3 to 2/3 bottles of wine each. And then we get to Gardone. The way it was working, morning we have light breakfast, coffee, great. We have church, morning mass. Before that, we have like a lecture. So lecture, morning mass, and then we go out for light lunch. I didn't really eat much at lunch, so usually I would just get like drinks, like an Aperol spritz or something. And then another lecture. And then we have cocktail hour.
How much of your liver is left?
Oh,
No. So it gets better. During cocktail hour, they keep the drinks coming. So on average, by the time we walk out to dinner, everybody is probably about 3 Aperol spritzes in, at least 1 to 2 Negronis, and at least a gin and tonic.
Oh god.
I think the most I drank actually one of those cocktail hours was like 3 Aperol spritzes, 3 gin and tonics, and 1 Negroni.
Alcoholic.
And then we go to dinner.
Hello, Zeta. And on that note, as we mourn the inevitable loss of Alfred's liver, thank you for tuning in to Real Schizo Hours.
Main piece is rest.
Bye bye.